guys, welcome to another video clip of MrLopezClasses.com. This is the second lab of our course of marine gasoline engines. And in this lab we are going to talk about the timing, position and the compression test. The timing position, the position where the engine is at zero position, and the compression test. Okay, we are going to analyze. You remember in the previous lab we removed the intake manifold, the heads, and we analyzed how is the flow of air, the flow of the fuel. And now today we are going to analyze the timing for the ignition. How is that process? How is the moment where the spark produce the ignition? Right now the engine is with no heads and no intake manifold. We are going to remove the harmonic balancer. And after that we are going to remove the timing cover. You see the procedure to remove the timing cover. And we are going to check if the engine is at zero position. Remember that the zero position is when the piston number 1 is in top dead center with both valves closed. In the complete revolution, remember the previous lab, how many in one complete cycle, intake, compression, power and exhaust, how many times the piston is on top dead center? In a complete cycle, how many times the piston is in top dead center? 2 times. Yes. One at the end of the compression and the second one at the end of exhaust. What is the moment that we need in order to put the engine at zero position? At the end of compression. At the end of compression when both valves are closed. Exactly. For that reason, we are going to do that process. You remember that microchip? The first step is remove the timing cover, and now we are going to bring the engine to top dead center. In this particular case, the marks are not aligned. However, the piston is in top dead center. This is because it's the end of the exhaust stroke. Alright, and right now both marks are properly aligned, and once again the piston is in top dead center. This is exactly the position, and right now we are ready to remove the camshaft properly. Yes, this is the process. This is the process. We are going to bring the engine to top dead center, the piston at number 1 at top dead center at the end of compression, and we are going to verify that the marks of the crankshaft and the camshaft are aligned. Yes, in the same engine that you worked in the previous lab, we are going to remove the timing cover and we are going to verify the marks for zero position at the end of compression. And we are going to verify if the crankshaft and camshaft are properly aligned. That's the zero position. Wonderful. And now, in that moment, we are going to put provisionally the intake manifold and we are going to introduce the distributor. And we are going to verify if in that moment, when you introduce the distributor, the rudder of the distributor pointed forward. You remember that video clip? In this video, in this moment, I have a top view of the heads in order to indicate that one is forward. Those are 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the nomenclature for the cylinders. And now I have the distributor. Where is installed the distributor? The distributor is installed in that hole in the intake manifold. Look, intake in one side of the head and exhaust. Intake, the carburetor, intake, 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 exhaust manifold in both sides of the engine. Okay, the distributor have one gear that engage with the gear of the camshaft that you have on the screen. That gear engage with the gear of the camshaft and enter with a seal, with a gasket over there. The gasket is important in order to avoid leaks. And this is the bracket to keep the distributor on place. This is an important bracket to keep the distributor on place. We are going to lose the bracket in order to move the distributor and advance or retard the time. Okay? In the bottom of the distributor, we have one. Okay, this is the coil. The coil is part of the distributor. We are going to explain later. Okay, this is the gear in the base of the distributor, and in the bottom we have a slot. That slot engaged with other important element, the oil pump. The oil pump have a groove on the drive on the shaft, and those grooves enter. You can adjust the drive of the oil pump in order to introduce properly the distributor and organize the position of the rotor of the distributor internally. You can move it. Exactly. This is the rotor. This is the rotor, and the rotor, the copper of the rotor, is rotating 360 degrees and pass the current to each cylinder in the distributor cap. Okay, and the rotor is rotating because the rotor is connected with the gear on the camshaft, and in the bottom is moving the oil pump. For that reason, you need to move the oil pump until the rotor, if everything is at zero position with piston number 1 on top the center, the rotor should be pointed with the cylinder number 1 when you introduce the distributor. And now I put the cap, and I am going to verify what cable is in front of the rotor. Let me check. Okay, enter over there. And right now this is the cable that should be connected with the position number 1 according with the firing order, position 1. And the next one is number A. Okay, this is number A, should be located here according with the firing order. And the next one should be number 4. Okay, number 4 over there. Number 4. And the next one should be number 3. This one should be number 3. I make a mistake over there. Okay, this is the process. We are going to verify that in this lab with the help of your instructor. And also with him, we are going to check in the outboard how is that process. How is the process of the timing in outboard 2 strokes. And also with him, we are going to talk about the timing position in outboard 4 strokes. Follow your instructor, and he explained in outboard 4 strokes, outboard 2 strokes, and inboard 4 strokes the procedure for the timing position. After that, we are going to put in back the heads, the intake manifold, and we are going to crank the engine, and we are going to do the compression test. We are going to do compression tests in both of them, in inboards and outboards. Yes, we are going to do that process, the compression test, and we are going to verify if the compression is according with the pressure recommended for the manufacturer. This is a wonderful lab. This is the lab for timing position and a compression test. I hope you enjoy this lab, follow the recommendation of your instructor, and enjoy the lab.